Good morning, everybody. Sam just found a spider.
Ew!
We woke up and saw that the solar panels again aren't taking in pretty much anything. So we're gonna have to go back to Starbucks again today. Also, we haven't fed the little one this morning. We're trying something. We're making him wait a little bit because his belly's getting pretty big, and we wanna try and correct that. So
You want to try.
usually we keep his food dish full because when it's empty he gets rambunctious, and when that happens very early in the morning he wakes us up and we get grumpy and it's just not a good time. So we usually keep his food dish full, and obviously because of that he's going to get pudgy. And so we left his food dish empty this morning. There was still a little bit left when we woke up, and he had finished it off pretty quickly. So now Sam just took out a scoop of his food and is about to put it in, and he's getting a little bit crazy.
He doesn't know how to retract. And he uses his claws for everything. But to be fair, they're also really sharp. I have to trim them. Well.
It's a little after 5 now, and Sam and I just got out of Starbucks. We're about to go for a walk around Dartmouth Crossing. It looks like a really cool place, and we've never explored around here. I mean, it's all commercial stuff. It's all retail businesses and whatnot, but they've done it up to look like a neat little spot. There's a park right in the center of it, and anyway, we're gonna go for a walk and take you guys as well. Do a little bit of exploring.
Made it back to the RV. We're going to go park at Walmart, and I'm going to check the bus routes and times for the public transit around here. We're probably going to end up going downtown Halifax tonight. We want to stop and pick up any mail that we might have, and possibly see some friends if they're up for it, if they're up for going for supper or whatever. So we're leaving the Starbucks parking lot right now, and then it's going to take 2 minutes to get to Walmart.
We made it back to the RV, safe and sound, no problems. We had gone into Halifax. We ended up eating at Mexicali Rosa's, which is sort of a tradition for us. We ate there a lot when we lived in Halifax, and we went back and had our usual meals. Things were a little bit different. Things tasted a little bit different too. So we're thinking they're messing with us.
They probably got bought out by someone, and they're like, oh, let's change everything.
Maybe. Whole redesign, the menu was all different, all kinds of stuff.
Garbage.
But yeah, none of our friends were able to hang out with us this time, which was unfortunate. We also went to Desairs, the art store on Barrington, right downtown Halifax. And Sam has been really wanting to get into experimenting with watercolors. And so today, well, actually, when we went to Michael's, we were looking for this.
Yeah,
and
but they didn't have it.
No.
Or at least not that I could have seen. It's for the traveling artist. You just pop this off. You fill this little reservoir with water, and then you screw it on to this somehow. I'll have to figure it out. And pop off the cap, and it's just like a normal paintbrush. You just squeeze it out a little bit, and then water seeps through from the chamber down, and so you can do watercolor painting on the go. And I got one of the bigger sizes because I figure I'm mostly doing watercolor for bigger areas, and a lot of the small details I'm going to tackle with pencil, crayon, and ink. But it has a small tip that if I do want to do some watercolor stuff, I can just lightly get it down so I can get a small little stroke. But if I find that I really like it, I might pick up the smaller one.
On our way back, it's dark and there's not as many visible landmarks to go by, so we're just sort of waiting till we see Walmart on the bus. And it was funny because as soon as we saw it, I got really excited, and I was like motioning to Sam, I was like, pull the cord so we can get off at the next stop. And as we were like getting off the bus and walking towards the RV, it was such a funny feeling to be like, that's our home. You know, to be pointing at this vehicle parked in the Walmart parking lot and just like, that's home. That's where our life is. That's where everything that
we own and love. And
yeah, it's right there, right in a Walmart parking lot. It was just a really funny feeling.
It was a funny experience.
Yeah. It was weird being on the bus again because we got so used to, I guess, the pace of Saint Louis while we were living there. And it's, you know, the Saint Louis and Halifax are worlds apart. Mm-hmm. And one of the examples that I like to use, and it was right when we first moved to Saint Louis, is something I noticed that even like in the grocery stores, you know, you go up to the cashier or the cash register, and they start ringing all your items through. You know, in Halifax, you go to one of the superstores, Sobeys, whatever. You go to any grocery store in Halifax, and they ring you through super fast. You know, just get you through the door as quick as possible.
Because there's so many people in line waiting.
Yeah, because there's just so many more people that they have to go fast. But in Saint Louis, it's, you know, they pick one item, sort of watch it as they move it towards the scanner, scan it, set it to the side, grab the next item, and it's just one at a time, real slow. And it's funny, just the difference between the two places. And being on the bus, being in traffic, you know, the bus drivers they're aggressive. They drive very aggressively, and they're fast. And, you know, like with us driving the RV, we've been careful to drive slow, take our time, because we don't want everything to crash and fall and break. And so being on the bus, even just from like the difference between being on the bus and driving the RV is such a huge difference in itself right there. And it's just funny to see, you know, like what we used to consider normal just 2 years ago
is now terrifying.
It's stressful and terrifying, and but I kind of miss it.
Yeah.
It's like one of the biggest things that I've noticed about being in Halifax is just that there's so much more energy. Everything is buzzing, and
we're young. We want to be moving. We want to go. We want to like keep doing.
Yeah. So there's certainly an appeal in Halifax just because of that energy. Things are moving. Things are happening. Whereas, you know, in rural places like Saint Louis, things don't move. Things don't happen. Not quickly anyway. So I'm, you know, the energy difference, it's something to get used to. And as nice as, you know, I guess I'm not saying that, you know, one is better than the other. It's just that they're different.
Personal preferences, like.
Yeah, and I mean, like, Halifax has a lot of energy to offer, but rural places have a lot of beauty and tranquility to offer. So you know, if you're in the mood for the hustle and bustle, you know, Halifax is a great place. I suppose most cities would be, but it's, I think, you know, we're trying to find that balance now, or trying to transition into a slower lifestyle, a slower pace, and it's taking a little while, and
We
I figure
expected it
that's,
to take a while.
yeah, that was expected. I think that's normal.
So since we're back, I think Thomas is going to shower, because I showered this morning before we went into Starbucks. I just felt really gross and I didn't really want to be in public before showering and getting a little bit cleaner. So I think he's gonna do that. I'm gonna trim the cat's nails, but I think I might even just test out watercolor a little bit. I know it's late and I'm tired and stuff, but I'm not gonna try to do like a big masterpiece. I just wanna play around with it, try out my new brush, see how it works, and yeah, maybe something will come of it.